Hello and welcome to yet another video of GJ Management Consultants. In today's video, we are going to cover a topic: rewiring leadership for continuous change. This is another topic in the series of entire business transformation. We started with why most businesses fail in first few years. Then we said that how we have to future-proof our organization. In fact, before that, we also said that what needs to be done in the very first year of the business. Then we said that what needs to be done to future-proof your business. We also showcased that future-proofing is not going to sustain us in the long run, and hence we have to be adaptive as well. And now, with that video also being published, we are here to present yet another video wherein we are saying that leadership has to be a continuous change. And what is going to be here for us in this video, we are going to give a quick snapshot of what is going to be presented in this video by another video. And our target is that we are going to cover all the young people who are going to become entrepreneurs. We are going to this video is also of importance to those people who are already into the business. That definitely gives some guidance to them. So in and all, this video is for everyone who want to be in the business and want to grow in the business. So moving ahead then. Okay, so as I said that we are going to give you a quick overview of what we are going to cover in this video. So that will be demonstrated by another video that we are going to play for you. And here you go.
In today's fast paced world, leadership needs a makeover. It's time to rewire our approach to lead through continuous change. Step 1: Embrace adaptability. It's not just a buzzword. Leaders must be flexible, ready to pivot at a moment's notice. Step 2: Foster a culture of collaboration and trust. Encourage open dialogue. Great ideas come from everywhere. Final step: Lead with empathy. Understand your team's needs. This isn't just about business, it's about people. Are you ready to transform your leadership style? Join the movement for a brighter, more resilient future.
Okay, so which means that we are going to have a quick, we already have a quick idea that what this session is all about. So this session is going to give you clear guidance and understanding that what leadership has to do. It's not a traditional ways of managing the things. We have to rewire our entire brain wave to make sure that we exist, we grow, and we could able to sustain in the ever-changing environment. So with this, let's move ahead to the first slide of the video of the session. Okay, so what we're going to cover in this slide, leadership reality for 2025. Change is no longer a phase, it's the operating system. So which means that change is now part and parcel of the everyday operations, and we have to make sure that it's a part of the operating system as well. So we need to be imbibe ourselves with the culture of adopting the change, absorbing the change, implementing the change, and then moving ahead. So this is a normal reality because change itself is a normal days is normal nowadays. So let's just quickly have a look at what all we need to do. So organization today face continuous disruption. We know that we are getting disturbed, or let's say organization is having so much challenges, both external and internal. So external, like organization would be having the regulatory environment changes, changes in the global environment, changes in the geopolitical scenario, and internal can be anything, which can be change in the product segmentation, change in the customer segmentation. So all those changes are continuous, and what we have to do, we have to make sure that our mindset is equipped in such a manner that all those kind of changes can be absorbed by us, it can be implemented by us, so that when we are having those changes, instead of avoiding those changes, we adopt it quickly and then we move forward. Adaptive leadership is no longer optional. I mean, very true, because this is something which exists in the real world now. So it's not an option that you need to manage a change. It's a kind of an exception coming. No, my business is now in nowadays is having all the changes, and all the changes are normal. If all changes are normal, then adaptive leadership is something that is the major attribute of a leader, and it has to be one of the major ingredient a leader has to have to make him successful, and with this competency he or she can make the organization successful. Leadership models built for stability now struggle in dynamic environment. Very true, because the models which were built on the fact that we are going to stabilize our operations, we are going to stabilize our growth, we are going to stabilize our market, it's not going to happen. It's disruptive market. It's disruption everywhere. So what we need to do, we have to make sure that our mindset should be there, and it has to be powered by the power of the artificial intelligence, so that we can able to cope up with the requirement of dynamic environment. And this is the beauty. This means that leadership now is not something that can be static. It has to be dynamic. It has to have the evolution, and ever-changing evolution has to happen. But definitely, if this is the reality, what was the shortcoming of the traditional leadership? So let's just quickly have a look at that in our next slide. Okay, so let's just quickly have a look that why the traditional leadership methodology was failing. Okay, old leadership assume control, new leadership enable evolution. So very true, because I mean, we have grown by looking at the various leadership styles, starting from the graduation days. We were told that there are certain methodology and the hierarchies, and rules that we need to follow in the leadership ladder. I think all these theories are now proving maybe somewhat true, but definitely changing environment, there are a lot of shortcomings to these old earlier definition. So what does that mean to us? What is it that we need? But let us quickly try to figure out that what were those shortcomings because of which this evolution has become mandatory for us now. Hierarchical decision making slow organization down. Obviously, I mean, this is there because earlier what used to happen, that hierarchy used to be follow. If CFO has to take a decision, he has to first get the information from the CEO, and then he has to get information from the from the board of directors. And if CFO has to take the conference of his team, then he has to follow this to financial controller in that case has to follow with the people who are. So it's a hierarchical, so which means that a small decision which needs to be implemented take a lot of approvals. I think this was a major shortcoming, because in nowadays world, wherein things are evolving and it's evolving at a great pace, rather than having all those decision hierarchy manual nowadays, because in my earlier session as well I have mentioned that the meetings today is a meeting wherein we are having an outcome, because that meeting is being attended by all the relevant stakeholders who are going to have a say in a decision. So instead of taking a decision then cascading it down in a hierarchical manner, it's better that we need to take those decisions in a coherent manner, so that everyone are empowered for their own area, and they have also the say if at all a decision has been taken which is going to impact in the relevant process or area. Rigid strategies collapse under the rapid disruption. Obviously, we cannot have a strategy that is rigid. It needs to have very negative impact on the organization, because organization is rapidly changing. Leaders focus on maintaining order instead of driving evolution fall behind. Obviously, order is kind of theories are not going to work. It's a kind of a collaborative approach that we need to follow. It's a kind of a co-creation of the strategy along with the people who have the say in the organization. So which means that people are empowered, they have the power to to say if they have an opinion, and definitely that needs to be heard in an optimum manner, so that any kind of the decision can be evaluated before it can be taken. So it's an open kind of a system nowadays, because evolution is coming at very fast pace, and we need to adapt those changes, and we need to avoid these kind of rigid strategies. Leadership KPI haven't evolved to include the adaptability, learning, speed, and resilience. I mean, these were something which was shortcoming, and I think with the changing times, our adaptability is the key ingredient of a of a new age leader. Learning with speed and resilience, these are the attributes of a new age leader, so that he can take the proper decision with precision. So, having said that, let's just quickly move to the next slide. And if we see that, if we are saying that adaptability is the key, what are those features or the factors that increase the adaptability of a leader? As we know that adaptability is a new key nowadays, and our adaptability is a new competitive advantage. The new leadership imperative adaptability, because with the ever-changing environment, if we could not able to adapt the changes, it means that we are going to succumb to the changes, and our organization is going to get shut down. So in that case, what we need to do? Let's just quickly have a look at that. Adaptive leaders respond fast without losing clarity, because they have already done all their preparedness earlier. They have all the information with them. I think with the AI enabled scenarios nowadays, all the information is available, all the data insights are available. They have the necessary simulation model which they can use to predict the future, and definitely with all that information available, they can uh, build a resilient environment, so that when change comes, they can be adapted very quickly and it can be absorbed. All the changes got implemented and the process are becoming smooth, and the gap between the as is and to be process has been filled up at a very fast pace. They blend data intuition, human judgment. So in my earlier session as well, that I mentioned that human intelligence plus gut feeling plus AI is equal to the final decision making which is being taken by the organization, and this includes the element of adaptability as well, because all the information is available, adoption become easy, and hence they can take the decision. They're comfortable with ambiguity and fluid strategy, because they know that changes are inevitable. They're going to happen. So it's better to adopt these changes, adapt those changes rather than avoiding it. Procrastination is no longer a kind of a attribute that is. I mean, it was never a good thing, but it has become worse with the new business scenarios that are coming up. They constantly experiment, learn, and improve. And I think this has to be a there. So I think these are very well known that these are some of the key features, and why adaptability has to be the key ingredient. Let's just try to figure out that do we have a kind of a real life example wherein we can demonstrate that how adaptability has saved an organization. So let me just quickly share with you a real time scenario where adaptability has direct impact on saving the country's population itself. So in the COVID-19, when it hit New Zealand, the Prime Minister took the absolutely decision at the light of a speed. Yeah, at the speed of a light rather. So which means that they take the decision that what all necessary things to be done, they implemented all the relevant lockdown so that they can avoid any kind of the movement, and they control that communication measures. They openly say that all these kind of measures needs to be implemented at very fast pace. So communication openly with the public showed genuine empathy to her addresses. Her approach not only control the viruses but maintain the high level of the public trust. So this leadership attribute, Miss Arden's leadership attribute, and the way she has managed the entire COVID is phenomenal. I think the least deaths that had happened in the COVID-19 was in the New Zealand, and the first country that came out from the COVID is also the New Zealand. I think this is the power of adoption. If a power of adoption can save a country, why can't it save an organization? So which means that adaptability has gained utmost importance nowadays, and it was always there, but with the ever changing and the evolution is happening, it has gained this importance, and it's paramount that it has to be one of the key feature of any leader. But obviously leader can bring that kind of adaptability with himself or herself if she or he has some tools to enrich her or him. So what are those tools? Artificial intelligence is the key. How we can create a synergy between the artificial intelligence and the human brain, so that those strategies can be built when these changes or these crises are coming up. So let's just move to the next slide and have a look at that. Okay. So leaders shouldn't compete with AI; they should multiply its power. I mean, this has been, a point which has been brought to this presentation, and in fact, in my earlier session was multiple time that human and AI synergy is going to do wonders. If we know the power of AI and if we know how to use that power, we can definitely create a kind of an environment wherein organization is going to get benefit in all the aspects. So human plus AI is the new leadership partnership. AI enhances decision making with speed and precision because all the data accuracy, insights, precision, predictability is available. Decisions becoming very easy to take at a very quick pace. Emotional agility. Leaders shift from information gatherers to insight creators because information which was always available in the earlier avatar was never got consumed in the right manner because proper insights were not made available. uh, AI frees leaders time from creativity for creativity, empathy, and strategy. I think this is what leaders are supposed to do. They do not want to spend their time in looking at the huge data and then taking the inferences. This data is made available to them with the insights, how they can consume that insight, how can take the inference out of it and take the forward future looking decision. That is something which they were supposed to do. And then definitely the most powerful leaders of 2025 will be AI. So this is the power of the AI. So let's just move to the next slide and see what we have in that. Okay, uh, leading with data and intuition. Data gives clarity, intuition gives direction. Data informed patterns, intuition gives judgment. So it's a combination of the data as well as the experiences. Leaders have a lot of experiences, and they definitely use that experiences, and with the information and the data that they have, they can combine that experience with the AI enabled insights and then take the appropriate decision which is required at the time of the change. Modern leaders balance analytics with the experiences. They have their experiences. They know that how analytics, which they have now received, is going to get into a crystallized decision. This is their experiences. This is their wisdom. They take the decision that makes sure that they can take the appropriate and right decision for the organization. Leaders must learn to interpret AI output contextually. See, again, AI produces the data, but AI, though with the agentic AI now in place, even decision making is somewhat can be done by artificial intelligence, but I think it cannot overpower the importance of human. And the judicious approach and the multi-directional approach which human brain can apply, AI can never do that. So hence the data which is empowered or powered with the analytics and insight, when that is mixed with the experience of the leaders, the accuracy of the decision, the precision of the decision, and the the way the decisions need to be taken, the structure at which decision is to be taken, the speed at which decision to be taken, all gets you know accelerated, and hence it benefit the organization at the time of the changes. Decision making becomes strategic, not reactive, and I mean this is one of the key feature with the AI being introduced. So with this I think we are going to come with some of the characteristics that needs to be have in adaptive leaders. So let's just look at those characteristics which adaptive leaders should have, so that it can help the organization to achieve its required growth and the market share plus profitability. So whatever organization wants to grow again, it can do that if their leaders are adaptive, and that adaptive leadership is now the key requirement in nowadays organizational structure. Okay, so real leadership shows in the moment of disruption. I mean, absolutely yes. Uh, Somebody, if you want to, confirm whether he or she has a capability, that can only be, proved when the crisis come. Leadership in action, how adaptive leadership act differently. Okay, so they simplify decision, not complicate them, because they have enough information with them, so they know what to do, when to react, and how to react. So with the information, definitely they can simplify the decisions. They will not complicate them, considering the fact that changes itself is going to get complicated as it comes. So they have to make sure that that adaptability process is smooth, and all the simplification that can be brought onto the table in the execution, that can be introduced. They create clarity when the environment creates confusion. So true leader is that the clarity, they provide clarity when there are the times of confusion, so that they communicate in transparent manner, so that people on the ground, they are clear that what this change is going to bring to them, and they are not confused or uh, you know uh, uh, pacified with the changes which are going to come. They should be absolutely clear, and transparency is the key. Leadership should communicate, effective leader should communicate all those changes in a transparent manner to the relevant stakeholders who are going to get impacted by those changes. They empower teams to solve problem autonomously. This is the power. I mean, a true leader is one who ensure that follow the proper method of delegation, whereby he know that if we can empower the people, they can do wonders. But if we want to try to centralize and solve our problem to ourselves, it's going to create chaos only. So adaptive leader is one who ensures the proper delegation and give power to the people, and ask them to take the decision autonomously, and at the same time empower them with the necessary skill set which help them to take those decisions. They pivot fast and bring their teams with them. So they always go with the team, help with the team, stand by the team to make sure that teams when they are taking and when they are going through that wave of the change, they know that there is someone who's going to help them, and that someone is the adaptive leader who always stand besides them to help them and support. They model behavior they expect from others. So they depict what they want from others. So they first demonstrate and then definitely ask that kind of same in demonstration from the other people. So this is what adaptation has now been adaptability is now going to impact the organization. But if the leaders are adaptive, then definitely all those changes and the nuances can be managed very smoothly. So what does that mean? What is the call for action for us then? So let's move to the last slide and see what call for action we have. Okay, so call for action. Future belongs to leaders who evolve. The world will keep changing faster every year. Leaders must evolve alongside it. Adaptability, curiosity, emotional intelligence, and tech fluency are the new superpowers. Rewire your leadership today so your organization thrives tomorrow. This is what we need to do. Continuous adoption, continuous rewire, continuous making sure that we should adapt to the latest technological changes. We should adapt to the latest market nuances that are going to come up with. So managing the change with adaptation is the key to success, and this is what is being required. So with this, we have come to the end of this session. But let's just, as we know that it's our endeavor to make sure that we continue to provide more learning sessions, more real business insight sessions as a part of this series. So let's just quickly have a look what is there for us that we need to show in the next session. Okay, so let's just quickly have a look what would be our next topic. Emotional agility, the hidden superpower of modern leaders. So which means that how leaders are going to manage the resources on the ground, how they are going to manage the people. That is most important thing that they have to do as a part of their leadership style. So let's just have a look at that. We'll have a detailed video being created very soon, and we'll let you know when it is available. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Let's just quickly look at the closing slide then. Okay, so thank you all the viewers for watching this video. Please watch this video till the end. Share this video, subscribe our channel, and do let us know for any specific area you want us to create the detailed video. We are happy to do that. Do write back to us for any feedback, comments in the comment section for any suggestions that you have, so that we can make our video more more clearer. And we are happy to take any feedback to improvise on our ways of work. Thank you and goodbye.